And it's an extraordinary place to be and to live. And it's not hard to get there. It just requires that focus and attention to the detail of you, and not allowing yourself to be forced into. And it still happens for me. I still find myself getting wound up in the hows, but every time I do now, I find the thought that stimulated it. And for me, what stimulates the thought is if my mind can convince me that I'm not making enough money, or that my money flow isn't right. Money seems to be a good trigger for me, in varying forms. But I can find the worthiness piece in the how. And as soon as I find myself going, oh, I should do so-and-so said I should be doing this now, I should fix this and make this happen. And I love taking in information. I love taking in suggestions, but my favorite thing is I like that. I'm going to sit with that for a little while. Yeah, let me sit with that for a little while. Because it's not mine. It's something that's coming from outside of me. I need to bring it into my field. I need to bring it into my world and sit in it. Does it align with who I am? Does it inspire anything? What does it do? Is it something that I can work with, and will it help further the inspiration, or will it push me down the avenue of thinking I have to do things in a certain way? This is how it gets done. And I don't believe anyone who says that this is how you do something. That's how they did it. There's a difference in understanding how people do things. It's the choices they made in evolving their own process. And that process may be close to yours. But again, like I talked about at the beginning, 7.5 unique billion worlds, all creating their own perspective. Your perspective may have absolutely no relationship to my world. And that's okay. That's the way it is. But if I try to take it, then it may stimulate in me the need to well, he did that way. So how am I going to get there from here?
Right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, what I've seen with you and this show and this path you're on is when people give you suggestions, it might be from their experience, and it's often kind of conventional wisdom. Well, when you're starting a show, here's what you do. Here's how you do the marketing and so on. It's just and then when it's conventional wisdom, sometimes people don't even question it. So, okay, just got to do this. And conventional wisdom simply is a way that a lot of people have done something. Doesn't mean it's the best way. It's certainly not the only way. But you've always sat with that and sometimes bristled at it, sometimes accepted it, but always took it and, as you said, kind of match it. So the words I heard you use were about alignment and inspiration. I would add engagement. That those are three ways of saying, here's this how that's coming in. Mm-hmm. Someone saying it, or conventional wisdom is what's on the table. Is this aligned with me? Does it inspire me? And am I engaged with it? And when you get no's to any of those, you don't do it.
That is correct.
We've had a lot of conversations. I remember on a couple of things early on where I would be pushing you, Jim, do this, too. And you wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it. In fact, well, there's a reason.
And I don't know, it's funny because those things, it is not about being resistant to ideas. It's about being in alignment with those ideas enough to say, is this where I can go? Because see, even if I don't do the thing, it doesn't mean I'm in a good space about it. It simply means I'm not in the space of it. So what do I mean by that? In clarity, an idea comes to me and I sit in that idea, and it may make me very uncomfortable because it's something that pushes me out of my comfort zone. So I sit in the discomfort of that, looking at why would this thing create discomfort in me? That's what I need to understand, not the thing, but the response to the thing, so that I can then say, is this just not in alignment with who I am? Or is it pushing me in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable? And I need to be in that until the belief system that I have about myself changes.